Now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. It's the home opener of this new season between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Tyler Chatwood gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Josh Harrison stands in. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Happ patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Up next for the Buccos, Corey Dickerson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. 1-1. There's the knuckleball taken for a strike. 64 degrees our temperature here at first pitch this afternoon. The 1-2. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Starling Marte. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now here's a shot out to right center field. On his way to second goes Marte. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
That's a pitch he'll look back on and relive tonight when he's lying in bed. A pitch away from posting a 0 in the first, and he makes a big mistake, and he pays the price. So now he's got to work on leaving him out there at second base.
In now, Josh Bell. Line drive to center field. That's in there, base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning. The next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, and you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Cutter misses, and it's 3-1. Check that 2-1. Chatwood has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. High in the air out to center field. Happ is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Bucks out in front, 1-0. Ivan Nova, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, as you can see, he's a tall drink of water out there, especially on the mound. That can really work to your advantage because you work on more of a downhill plane and you typically get more extension to the plate on your release. The key, though, is that he has to be out front with his release point or he'll be more likely to miss up in the zone.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. 3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here as they're trying to get that run right back here in the first.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
1-1. It is a fastball that misses.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not saying complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
1-1. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is high. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Looks like they're trying to be aggressive on the base pass in order to get that run back they gave up at the top of the first. I like that, especially early in the game, so we'll see if they can drive him in now.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
We're seeing a good AB here from the three-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
Payoff pitch one more time. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. Happ rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate. We're all square at one apiece.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. Count remains full. Rizzo, base runner at first with 1 out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Again, another foul ball.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Full count still. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks and bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Dickerson. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. So in now for Chicago, Addison Russell. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. The 2-1. Fouled away. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And this is swung on and missed as the 30th pitch of this inning finally does the trick. The side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. Stepping into the box, Colin Moran. He'll get us started in the top of the second. On the ground, a second for Baez. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Standing in, Francisco Cervelli. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. Here's Jordy Mercer now. Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So at the very least, that 2-out base hit will prevent the pitcher spot from leading off the next inning.
I can't tell you guys how fired up Bobby Cox used to get when the 8-hole hitter would get a knock. And I would know that, boys, because I batted an awful lot in that 8-hole in my early days.
Stepping in now, Ivan Nova. Pirates pitcher at the plate with a 1-2 count. Mercer, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Stick around because Jason Hayward will lead things off when we come back. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Here's Jason Hayward now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Into the box, Javier Baez. Lays off 2-2 now. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. Moran fields it cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Tyler Chatwood.
The next Cub up, Tyler Chatwood. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's a high pop-up. Harrison waits on it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We've played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Striding in, Josh Harrison, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
The 2-1 home. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward over to his right. 1 away. Ready for another chance. Starling Marte. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. 1-1. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground to second. There's Baez. Barehanded for 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back for more from the north side after this. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ian Happ. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Ball 2.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
In now, Chris Bryant. There's ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Bryant leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hits this one hard the other way. Gloved by Harrison. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. One left for the Cubs. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell, as we begin the top of the 4th. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Still 1-2. The 1-2. And another foul ball. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Here's another 1-2. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. He's through first and hustling for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Into the box now, Gregory Polanco. 3-2 now. Colin Moran is on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. Driven nicely into the gap. He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
Stepping in now, Colin Moran. And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. Now the 1-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Here's Jordy Mercer now. A base hit in his first trip.
Jordy Mercer.
Just got a piece up the line. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. But the Pirates get a run here on the RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-1 Pittsburgh. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And it's 1-2.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's Addison Russell. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Had a good cut there, but he can't time the breaking ball. That evens us at 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. Ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Russell stands at first with one out. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Cubs are down quietly. They're down 2-1. And now it's the Pirates pitcher, Ivan Nova. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-2. Popped high in the air. Under it is Rizzo. One away. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Josh Harrison. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Into the box, Corey Dickerson. Line towards center field. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Starling Marte.
Digging in to try it again, Starling Marte. He was a double play victim last time around. Takes this the other way to right. Hayward is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One left for Pittsburgh. They lead it 2-1. Here's Javier Baez. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
And that misses. Ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway. Riding in once again, Tyler Chatwood. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a bunt attempt here, but this will get fouled. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. The 1-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul.
Watch your lips in the first couple rows there. He got the head out on that changeup. Good thing they enforced the new netting rules this year.
The second for one, on to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Up next for the Cubs.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And yeesh, not the kind of swing you're looking for. 3-1 as it runs to a full count now, 3-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Cubs strand one. Our score remains 2-1. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Josh Bell. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. On the ground to second for Baez. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Gregory Polanco. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Happ has it in his tracks. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colin Moran. No hits to this point. The 1-2. This is line to left. Schwarber is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the Pirates as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Anthony Rizzo stands in now to start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that quite frankly has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
The next 3-2. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Just to the right of the chalk. A fair ball. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of role they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
George Cantos takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. The 2-1 home. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
Rizzo stands at second with no outs. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Digging in once again, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2-2, here it is. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The next 3-2. Rip down the line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another payoff pitch, and this one's tapped foul at home plate. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Count still full. 3-2. The next 3-2. And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
A high fastball is in there. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Bouncer down the line. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time. And we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Wow, this manager must be pulling his hair out. Not only does he have to deal with this pitcher walking people, now he's got to deal with his defense tripping all over themselves.
And that's taken for a called strike 2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Again, a 1-2. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but
He's out.
I like that he didn't try to do too much there. All he needed was a ground ball to tie this thing up, and that's exactly what he does. That's great situational hitting.
And here's a cut fastball that misses down and away for ball 4. Albert Almora is called on as a pinch hitter here in a big, big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. The 1-2 misses off the plate.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Here now the 2-2. Skied into very shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and 3 left. 7th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. All tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. Ready once again, Jordy Mercer. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. Swing, and he rockets this one down the left field line. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he is into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Sean Rodriguez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 3, Sean Rodriguez.
A ball and 2 strikes to Sean Rodriguez. The 1-2. Here's the ball for Rizzo over at first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Josh Harrison stands in. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Bouncer up the middle. Russell ranging to his right. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Pirates leave 1. And this game is still tied at 2-2. A.J. Schugel is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. And that will bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 3-2 one more time. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 3-2 one more time. And we'll see another pitch here as this ball's chopped foul at home plate.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
3-1 the count now. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Standing in now, Wilson Contreras on the ground to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only 1 away.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Two and two. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Into the box now for the Cubbies. Addison Russell will try to do damage with the bases loaded and 2 gone. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive, but this will be fouled. Now a ball hit in the air, and this looks like it'll get him out of it. Dickerson's there. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Cubs wind up leaving them loaded. Score remains 2-2. Mike Montgomery has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready for another chance? Corey Dickerson. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
The 2-1. Hit back up the middle. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. With that, the Buccos have their leadoff man aboard to kick off the inning.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
In now, Starling Marte. And he misses with it, ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Payoff pitch one more time. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. 1 there, but 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Riding in once again, Colin Moran. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one, hopefully get something.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are tied. Ready for another shot now, Jason Hayward. He was a ground-out victim last time up. 3-0 pitch. Fires the zone, strike 1. Fly ball out to right field. Harrison has a play, looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Second baseman, number 9.
Here's Javier Baez. It was a walk in his last trip. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Tommy La Stella will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball on to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We've played 8 full, and we are tied 2-2. Pedro Strop will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. The 1-1. Popped up. Rizzo is there for it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Jordy Mercer now. He doubled his last time through. 0-2, here it is. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Schwarber is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
The pitcher, number 31, A.J. Kugel.
David Freese will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 23, David Freese.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Michael Feliz enters to do the pitching, and best case scenario for him is to push this one into extra innings. Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Ian Happ. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now another 1-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2. He struck him out, the third time he's fanned in the game.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. So the Pirates batting order turns over and set to go. Josh Harrison. He'll be the one to lead it off here in the top of inning number 10. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Popped him up. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Corey Dickerson. He singled his last time up. A swing and a miss, so a perfect start to the 10th here. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Starling Marte. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a 3-2 full count to Starling Marte. Josh Bell would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a liner. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box now, Josh Bell. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Throw will go to Russell covering at second, and the inning is over. 1 left for Pittsburgh. Score. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now back.
So in now for Chicago, Kyle Schwarber. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first. Here's Addison Russell. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. The count now at 2-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. The next Cub up, Jason Hayward. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. One left for the Cubs. And this game is still tied at 2-2. There's Joe Madden up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate, so it looks as though he's going to call for the double switch here. Steve Cishek takes the mound to start the 11th inning.
Now playing right field and batting in the ninth spot, number 18.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Colin Moran. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Line drive to left. And he'll get over to me. Oh, it kicks off his glove. How did he do that? He'll get it into second, and he's safe. So some real problems out there that time, as it'll wind up in E7. And time will be called here, as with the important go-ahead run at second base, they'll opt to go and get a little more speed out there.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
And he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count to the Pirates catcher.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Hit on the ground out to short. And there are 2 away now. Ready for another chance. Jordy Mercer. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. It's getting late. 1 run can win it as we move to the bottom. Jordan Luplow is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base.
Digging in to try it again, Javier Baez, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings.
Now batting.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. A winning run is at first base. Zobrist with a 1-2 count now. Little dribbler down the line. There's Harrison for 1. Back to first. It's a double play. And the prospect of more baseball looms on the horizon. There are 2 away now. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Count is 1-2 now. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. Smoked on the ground left side. And that's through for a hit. 2-out base hit. That'll bring Chris Bryant to the plate this inning. Here's Chris Bryant now. He went down on strikes last time up. Now the 2-1. And that one just missed outside. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And that misses, ball 4. So now the potential winning run moves into scoring position where a single could end this thing. So a big moment in the ball game here. Anthony Rizzo, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Josh Smoker trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Cubs. Adam Frazier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 26.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, this is turning into a hit parade, but it's amazing that they've only scored 2 runs up to this point.
Yeah, matter of time, Dan. Got to stay positive. The hardest thing to do in sports is hit a baseball, especially with 40,000 breathing down your neck and runners on second and third. But somebody will come through.
And he misses 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
Now the 2-1. Drilled to the left side. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder.
So striding forward now, Starling Marte. And he could very well get the intentional pass here as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. The 1-1 pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Frazier, the runner at third. Harrison on second. Marte at first. 1 gone. Line toward right center. Catch made here in medium deep right center, and the runner's breaking from third. He's in there at the plate, and deep into extra innings, they have taken the lead.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Into the box, Gregory Polanco. 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch to 2-2 now. Softly hit toward the hole. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. And now we'll see if what's left of this. Felipe Rivero enters from the pen now as they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. 3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you got to find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
Three-two pitch. Takes this the other way to right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first down.
Boy, talk about getting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. 1 out, nobody on. And right into the shift. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Riding in once again, Addison Russell. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled off. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Man, that was definitely a hard-earned victory, but that's what's going to make it even more satisfying. They take it in 12 innings on the road, and it's all smiles now.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Josh Smoker claims the win out of the pen, his first. Felipe Rivero closes the door for the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates. 3 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. They left 12 men on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They left 14 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Our paid attendance at Wrigley Field this afternoon, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.